Hello guys and welcome to a new episode of the Football plus F1 show. As today I'm going to talk about yesterday's Champions League games and also we're going to preview the Qatar Grand Prix. So let's get started. Let's start with the Champions League as there was a lot of action yesterday in the Champions League. Bathurst drew 2-2 with Monaco, 4-goal thriller. Another game which was a 5-goal thriller this time. Copenhagen beat Kairat Almaty 3-2. And another game where it was a 7-goal thriller between Olympiacos and Real Madrid. Real Madrid win 4-3 thanks to a hat-trick from Kylian Mbappe. I mean, Real Madrid for some moments of the game they were struggling a lot. Olympiacos were winning 1-0, goal from Chiquino, but then Real Madrid come back, scoring 4 goals. Mbappe, particularly the amount of the finishes he made was fantastic. The first goal where Vinicius made a great pass to Mbappe, great finish from Mbappe, great assist from Vinicius in that first goal, and the third goal Camavinga, I think it was Camavinga who made that pass. Yeah, it was Camavinga. What a brilliant assist he made for Kylian Mbappe, who scored the hat trick. Mbappe all those 4 goals, great finishes, except the fourth one where he got a bit lucky with the deflection. Or a bit of the touch from other Olympiacos player, but yeah, great, amazing performance from Kylian Mbappe. But other than that, Real Madrid, you have to say Mbappe saved Real Madrid from another disaster, because Olympiacos, although they played fantastically well, they had some chances. They had like 19 shots. You look at the first goal that Olympiacos scored, the way the Real Madrid defended, the way the players they were watching, and it was very bad defending. You know, it was like some of the goals they conceded in this game was a bit like the goals similar to the goals they conceded against Elche. Like very poor defending from Real Madrid's side. So, yeah, although Real Madrid won, but it's not everything is rosy. You can clearly see the way they defended was very, very bad. So, yeah, but Real Madrid win, and but still not everything is rosy there. You can clearly see. But Mbappe, once again, another fantastic performance from him, and again he saved Real Madrid again. Once again. So yeah, Sporting Lisbon beat Club Brugge 3-0. Atalanta with a huge surprising win, a good win over Frankfurt 3-0. Liverpool, oh my God, they lose 4-1 to PSV Eindhoven. What is going on with Liverpool? I mean, like, I understand, you know, they've had lots of problems, but like for sure, like you can't think that it's gonna get this bad, isn't it? Like, you look at the first goal that PSV scored. By the way, I think Van Dijk wants to switch sports or something. What is he doing? I think he wants to play handball. I think he wants to quit football. I mean, what is he doing? What is he doing? I have no idea. That was so lazy from Van Dijk. I don't know what was he thinking. And then Perisic scores the goal. Szoboszlai then 10 minutes later equalizes for Liverpool 1-1. But then even that, yeah, Liverpool had chances in the first half. They had chances where they hit the bar and they had good chances. You look at the stats and you say, oh, they had 24 shots. You know, they got a bit unlucky. No. They didn't take their chances. PSV, when they had the chances, they took it. And that's what happened in the second half. Goals from Til and 2 goals from Kajab Dorovic. PSV absolutely destroyed Liverpool once again. And once again, another humiliating loss for Liverpool. That's 3 consecutive losses for Liverpool, 3-0 to Man City. And 2 consecutive losses, humiliating at home. 3-0 against Nottingham Forest. 4-1 against PSV, and they've lost two. By the way, they've lost 2 games against teams that they should win comfortably at home. Like, listen, I'm not saying PSV are and Nottingham Forest are scrubs, but compared to Liverpool are a better team, and they should beat them both. The way that Liverpool performed those 2 games, you would think like they were acting, they were playing against, I don't know, Barcelona or Real Madrid or not even Barcelona would beat Real Madrid or not even Barcelona would beat Liverpool away from home like this, considering how well they performed against Chelsea. So, like, what a terrible performance. I mean, another humiliating defeat. Like, you can clearly see the confidence of the players are gone. The Liverpool players are gone in terms of confidence. Salah's confidence is very low. Gakpo's confidence is very low. Ekitike had some chances. He was involved in some of there, but some of those moments, but confidence low. Kanate, and once again, some of the shenanigans defending from him, absolute woeful again, once again. Well, I think the second goal, the third goal, the way he was, you look at where PSV hit the post and then they scored the rebound. I mean, the defending for him was absolute woeful from that goal from PSV. Like this season, you have to say Liverpool's best player has been Szoboszlai. That's not a good thing. So listen, Szoboszlai is a very good player. He's a good player, but at the same time, if he's your best player, there's a lot of problems, lots of problems. You know, when you McTominay is your best player, like he was at Manchester United, when Conor Gallagher is your best player at Chelsea, then you know there's a lot of problems. When you have Salah, you have Van Dijk, you have Ekitike, you have Isaac, you have all of these big players, and you're failing, you're losing games after game after game after game. Like, what is this? Like, I'm sorry, you know, I know, I see people on social media say, and sometimes we say, oh, they overreact, they wanting Arne Slot out, etc., etc. But when you see these kind of performances, I don't blame the Liverpool fans wanting Arne Slot to be sacked. And yes, Liverpool have had difficulties to deal with. Yes, they've had to deal with the unfortunate death of Diego Jota in the summer. They've had to deal with difficult things. They have had to do personally. They've had to do, you know, changing the whole new squads this summer, bring new players and removing the players who played for a couple of years at Liverpool, like Luis Diaz, now Nunes, etc. But at the same time, even though Liverpool might be struggling, you cannot struggle in this way. Not to this limit. Yes, you can lose to City. It can happen, and they were terrible against City, by the way. But to lose 4-1 to PSV at home, to lose 3-0 against Nottingham Forest at home, I'm sorry, no excuses. No excuses. And Arne Slot, if Liverpool sack Arne Slot right sooner or later, it's not a wrong decision. It's not a wrong decision, because yes, he's won Liverpool the Premier League last season, and I've heard people say that it was a Klopp team that won the. Yes, it was a Klopp team last season, but also we have to put in context that the season before, why didn't Klopp win with that squad in his final season? Or maybe you could make excuses because, you know, Liverpool were most of the time leading the Premier League, and then they had injuries and they had competition. They actually had competition for fighting for the title with Arsenal and Man City, whereas Arne Slot, when he won the Premier League, he didn't have competition with Man City and Arsenal, because these two teams were struggling. So you could make also excuses in both cases. But at the same time, he did a good job. No matter what, he did a great job last season of winning the Premier League. But this season it was always going to prove that it's going to be more difficult with the problems he had to face, with new players coming in and rebuilding and building his own image, his own team, his own squad. Then you have to show the qualities that you have. And so far he's failing. Even in the games they were winning at the start of the season, they were playing badly. They're not playing good football. First was struggling. Ekitike struggling. Isaac Ekitike, he's done well at the start, but in the last couple of games he hasn't played much. Why Arne Slot continues to start Isaac instead of Ekitike? I'm not talking about this game, but the other games. Ekitike has been okay, he's been good, but Kirkus, woeful. What's his name? Florian Wirtz, not good enough. Isaac, not good enough. Not good at all. Like, very bad. And you look at the play. You look defensively. They look woeful. And Chiesa, why can't I know Chiesa is a player that cannot guarantee he's gonna stay fit 100%, because sometimes he can have injury problems. But why don't you start in a game like this? Why? He's a very good player. When he comes on, he can make an impact, and I think he did that in this game or Nottingham Forest. So, like, why? Listen, I didn't watch the last 15 minutes in this game because I was watching like PSG versus Tottenham, for example. But from what I heard, the fans were saying that he made an impact as well when he came on. So why don't you start him? And he's a good player. He stepped up for Liverpool big time, like against Bournemouth, for example, early on in the season. So why? So yeah, I mean, another terrible defeat for Liverpool, and more problems continue. Atletico Madrid beat Inter Milan 2-1. Very important win for Atletico Madrid. They scored the last minute winner from Jose Maria Jimenez. Very important win for Atletico Madrid over Inter side, who they're not the same as before, you have to say. But still a good win for Atletico. Arsenal beat Bayern Munich 3-1. Goals from Timber, Lennart Carl, Noni Madueke, and the third goal from Martinelli. I mean, Arsenal, they look very, very strong. Once again, I mean, Bayern Munich had possession, they had chances, but tactically, Arsenal, like they outsmarted and outcoached Bayern Munich. They tactically, Arsenal were better than Bayern Munich. Arsenal, like they show why they're right now. You have to say they are the best team in Europe right now. In current form, right now they are the best team in Europe right now. You could say PSG, but they lost to Bayern, and Bayern lost to Arsenal. And I think if Arsenal play against PSG right now, I think Arsenal would beat them. Because PSG beat Bayern, beat Arsenal last season over 2 legs, but that was a different Arsenal. This is a different Arsenal. They look very strong. Timber with the first goal, set piece once again, and then 10 minutes later, Kimmich makes a fantastic pass to Serge Gnabry, and then pass to Lennart Carl. Good finish from Lennart Carl, and it was 1-1. You know, Bayern Munich had possession and some not many chances, but they had a few chances. But except that, like Arsenal, I felt like they were in control. Even when they didn't have a lot of possession, I feel like they were in control. And when they had their chances, they took a second goal from Nuno Madueke. A great pass and a great finish towards a great pass towards Nuno Madueke, and great finish from Nuno Madueke. And the third goal, I don't know what Manuel Neuer was doing. I mean, listen, Manuel Neuer has been one of the best goalkeepers in the world, you have to say, but as Erik ten Hag used to say, an era can come to an end, and eras come to an end. And Manuel Neuer, you have to say, he's not the same goalkeeper as before. I mean, how old is he right now? He must be like 39 or something. I mean, bloody hell. I mean, how old is he? He is 39 years old, and soon he's going to be 40. So he's been one of the best goalkeepers in the world, especially for Bayern Munich, and he's one of the greatest goalkeepers of all time. But you can clearly see he's not the same goalkeeper as before, and I don't know what was he thinking. Yes, he likes to play the role of sweeper, keeper, goalkeeper thing, but come on, like not to this extent. And I don't know what was he doing for the third goal. That was catastrophic mistake. But Arsenal doesn't take away from their brilliance. Again, they look so strong. Arsenal defensively, they look strong. Going forward, they look strong. You know, even if one player, like for example, Declan Rice, once again, absolutely beast, amazing. Zubimendi, very good performance for him. And they have the squad depth, Arsenal, by the way. They have the squad depth, they have the players. Yeah, Gabriel Magalhaes was injured. They could bring in Mosquera, and he did a phenomenal job as he did in this game. They have the squad depth, Arsenal, and it's not like they have the excuses in the previous season where they say, "Oh, we have injuries, etc." This time they have squad depth, so they have a better chance coping with the injuries this time than they did last year. So you have to give credit for them to that, and you have to give credit to Mikel Arteta because he's done well this season so far in terms of tactically and setting up the squad and making the players very, very, very good and very fit. So and keeping them well drilled, even though they're winning games, keeping them well drilled. After the draw against Sunderland was a kind of, let's say, Arteta saying to them, listen, if we're gonna win competitions, we cannot be like, we cannot be like complacent. And they proved that against Tottenham, against Bayern. 2 very good performances. So, and they've got a big game coming up against Chelsea, and they have got a very good chance of qualifying for the last 16 automatically of the Champions League. So, well done to Arsenal. A thrilling game also between Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham. Paris Saint-Germain beat Tottenham 5-3. Tottenham winning 1-0 actually to Chelsea. They were doing quite well for some of the game. But Vitinha, who finished third in the Ballon d'Or, proved why He finished third in the Ballon d'Or. What a performance for him! Especially the first two goals he scored was amazing. The third goal was a penalty. Colomwani was doing well against his former club, scoring 2 goals. It was a great game, but PSG just edged Tottenham at the end. Goals from a hat trick from Matinha, a great performance from him. A red card from Lucas Hernandez, deserved red card, but yeah, great game. But PSG just edged Tottenham at the end. Now let's talk about Formula One.